Good morning. Let's get on the trail today. Alameda Creek Trail. Last night I saw a really good movie. It's called The Wrecking Crew. It's about studio musicians who were hired by the record labels in LA, like Capitol and all the big labels. They had their own group that played on a ton of really amazing tracks that are iconic to rock and roll history and jazz history, the standards, and they could do anything. They played on tracks with everyone from Elvis Presley to Frank Sinatra, and they were the kind of guys and girls who played recorded final tracks, like 3 or 4 songs in 3 or 4 hours. And for you studio musicians, you know how difficult that is. It's almost impossible. And I have a lot of respect for those guys, because I know recording my last couple tracks, I've had the opportunity to play and record all the parts, all the instruments, drums, bass, guitar. Obviously guitar is my main instrument. Vocals, songs that I've written, and I could never do it in a couple hours. It takes months sometimes to do. So it was a really cool movie. One of the artists on there, guitar player Tommy Tedesco, said there's 4 reasons to take a gig. And he said it's for the money, for the connections, for the experience, or for the fun. I'm having a lot of fun today. The Alameda Creek Trail. Actually, it's more like heading out to the Bay Trail. One camera, one hand, steering with the other. So, I agree with Tommy a little bit. Although I think it takes a lot of time to get to that position, to be able to make those choices of 4 options of reasons why to take a gig. I have a lot of friends that ask me, they're just starting out, and they say, how can you get so many gigs, or how do I start? And I had to say yes to a lot of stuff at the beginning. But now, I guess, like they said in the movie, you have to say yes until you have to say no. And it's really important to stay busy, and if your calendar allows it, take the gig. You're gonna learn something from it, I guarantee it. And I really love playing, so it's always fun for me. It's always a good experience, and some of my best relationships in life I met while I was playing. So today We're showing off more of the Bay Area's best kept secrets. It's gonna be super loud and windy, so we're going out to the bay. So off in the distance are the Coyote Hills. I believe that's considered Newark. And I've been riding for about half an hour, but we're gonna have a good ride today. So I'm not really talking that much yet because there's just so much to see on this trail. And it's one of my favorite getaways from everything. I often ride out here for 2 hours without seeing anyone, but it's Monday morning and I think a lot of people want to kind of relax from a busy weekend. So many beautiful birds out here on this trail. I don't know what they are they ravens or something? They're black birds with red wings on their back. They're just so vibrant in color, and it's so cool seeing this stuff. And right beyond these mountains, these hills I should say, is like Tesla and Logitech, and Facebook is right over the bridge. So you have just a quiet hidden secret minutes away from the Bay Area's hustle and bustle. Let's go see what kind of animals and views we have today. All right. So we're at the base of Coyote Hills, and I see a couple cyclists out here today, which is really nice to see. People really need to come out here and check it out. Dumbarton Bridge is off in the distance. You probably can't see it on this camera, but Palo Alto's in that direction. Menlo Park, Redwood City, Silicon Valley. These are the salt flats. I think that's what they call them, where they used to mine for salt in the bay. And I think I'm the only one out here now. There's a couple miles ahead of me. You, me, and the wind. Let's have some fun. I've been riding for about 20 minutes since last time I checked in. Nobody's out here. Some birds. Some bees. Got a question. This morning was so beautiful. Now there's just a haze all over the bay in the sky. What is that? It was all blue about an hour ago. Well, if you know, comment. But I'm getting ready for a beautiful week of live music in Palo Alto and San Carlos and Napa. I play at Tarun on Tuesday, Delizie in San Carlos on Wednesday, and Italico back in Palo Alto, Tarun's sister restaurant, on Thursday. In Napa, I'll be there this weekend, downtown Napa, Makers Market on Saturday in the morning to evening, and then I'm playing at the River Terrace Inn in Napa on Saturday evening. So I'm taking it all in right now. Off in the distance, you could kind of see San Francisco, downtown, high-rises, and the Golden Gate Bridge. And it's really cool to see, actually, from here. It's a little bit far, and when there's all this haze in the sky, it's hard to see, but if I was out here 2 hours ago, I would have been able to see it. But for now, Coyote Hills in the distance, behind me, with all these little trails leading all around the bay. And I'm the only one out here, I think. Except for these birds. They're cool. I wonder if I could see any, like, sea life today. Sometimes I do. But we're on a paved trail. All the way to the end of what I think this part is called the Bay Trail. At some point, if you're on a road bike, you won't be able to last over here because it turns into rock and dirt trail. But we can make it all the way out here, moments away from big tech and high tech, Silicon Valley, San Francisco. Seeing beautiful birds like this all over the place. Now we made it from a paved trail to a dirt trail and rock. So if you're on a road bike, that's where you end. There's a fellow cyclist. Another graceful dismount. Some ducks. Lots of birds. And I could take this rock and dirt trail on my trek. No problem. For now, gonna take it all in. See the beautiful part of the bay.